Hi, my name is Kristo Raik. For 2020 season, I am playing for the team DGA, so super stoked to be here. Let's go. What's in my bag? I've never done this one in English, so it's going to be a challenge for me. I hope I can give you the best review possible that I have in my bag. Alright, so I'm starting off with the putters. The putting putter that I use is the breaker. So these are already beat-in breakers. What I do like about the breakers is that it has like a, how to say that, not very wide rim, which actually feels very good to me because I don't have a long fingers. D-line breaker for putting, I mean, it just fits into my hand so good. The throwing putters, what I use for throwing putters, Midnight Steady, number 4. It's overstable. I use mainly this putter to throw as a backhand, and yeah, I like the grip of it. It feels good in my hand, and I can throw this one with the full power, and it just keeps on gliding. So yeah, and I have actually the other one is the same plastic. So the other one that I have, I'm gonna show it to you here. There you go. This one actually, this one was given to me by Roman. So shout out Roman. Thank you for giving me this this steady. This one is way more overstable than the previous one. And this one I can, for example, if there's like more headwind, I can use this one. So 2 throwing putters. And I do have another throwing putter which is steady in D-line. And this one I like to use if I want to. Also, again, I'm using this one when I'm throwing a backhand. I don't use those steadies with the forehand. But yeah, if I want to throw them, I mean, this one can go really far and it flex. So if I throw it full power, it just goes over and it will not come back. So this is what I like about this D-line steady. So these are my throwing putters here. This is my approach disc. This is also a breaker, and this breaker here is called a special blend breaker. Yeah, I use this one mainly as with the forehand because it's very flat. Feels again super good in my hand when I'm throwing the forehand. It's slightly overstable, but this one again, this one is already beat in, so it's pretty stable for me. Love these things, like 70-meter straight shots. It will work so good. Moving on to the mid-range. I have 4 mid-range discs, and I'm gonna start with the Squall. So I do have the ProLine Squall. So the ProLine Squall, again, feels super gummy in my hand, feels super good. It's definitely like a stable disc for me, and if I throw it with the full power, it will flip and it will keep gliding to the other side. This is so good mid-range disc. So I do have another edition, and it's a Squall, and it's a ProLine Squall. And this one is much more stable than the ProLine Squall. Tunnel shots, when I need to throw something really straight, and this one hold the line for a long time. I can throw this one really far actually. This one glides so good, so up to 130 meters it's no problem. So this is crazy. It has so much glide. Squall. I do have 2 Quakes. First flight Quake. Let's do it like that. Overstable mid-range. I use it for the forehand and also for the backhand, so it can fight with the wind pretty good. I have 2 different ones. They're actually the same plastic, but the one is already beat in and it's a little bit more stable, and then I have the other one with the team stamp here, and this one is more overstable. So this is kind of a new addition to my bag right now. But yeah, they fly exactly the same way, just the new one is way more overstable, which I'm looking for when I'm throwing approaches, and I like to throw those forehand hyzer shots or with the backhand hyzer shots. So yeah, these are my mid-range discs. Okay, let's see, moving on. Let's move on to the fairways. Alright, starting off with the understable fairways. is a ProLine Pipeline. And this is a special stamp here, alright? But talking about the pipeline is like it's understable fairway, but it's not that understable as the sail. So it's way more overstable, to be honest. Again, I can use these shots when I want something, when I want to, for example, if there's a basket on the right side somewhere and I have to like flip it over, then this do the job. Love everything about the pipelines. Feels super good in my hand. And I've been throwing these things since I started throwing with the DGA, and I mean I'm in love with these ones. Pipeline, flex shots. Then I do have another pipeline. The other pipeline is made from the ProLine plastic. It's way more stable, or let's say more overstable than the ProLine pipeline. So again, I'm using this one when I don't want the flip to turn that much. So, but again, tunnel shots, it works just perfect. The newest edition, actually, this is the newest edition in my bag. It's called the Rogue. So again, shout out to Roman. I had thrown these plastics. I had thrown Rogues before when I started throwing with the DGA. But I mean, Rogue here, Roman gave me a disc in the memorial, and I tried it out. He said it's a little bit faster disc than the pipeline, and he was correct. It's faster pipeline. It's still like a stable one. Full power, it will flex and it will go so far. So I'm still testing this disc out, but so far I feel like this thing is going into my bag. Rogue, love it. And then I have one more, like I still call it like faster fairway driver, Hellfire. Alright, so Hellfire is overstable driver. Throw a few shots with the Hellfire and I was like, alright, I need something overstable. I need something that I can rely to when I'm out there on the windy days. So Hellfire, ProLine Hellfire, it just did the work so good. So I'm throwing the Pro Hellfires when there's a lot of wind, or if I need to get the distance and I want the disc fade in a certain way. So Hellfire. Moving on to the drivers. Ooh, I have a few drivers. Sail. Let's go. Love this disc here. My roller disc, my go-to roller disc. Backhand rollers, and God, these things can go so far. I don't know what they put inside here. I have no idea, but these things can go so far. So backhand rollers, I throw it flat and it will just turn over to the roller and it will just keep on going. Most of my drivers are hurricanes. Shout out to Criss, Shasta. Yep. So this is the Shasta. This is the Shasta Criss special. Let's say swirly flex hurricane. I mean, again, I had not thrown these ones before Shasta gave me one. So yeah, it's a little bit flippy for me when I'm throwing it with full power. I love those big lines when I throw them, all the S lines they're making in the air. So Shasta Criss is a little bit more stable for me than I expected, but still I'm definitely gonna keep this one in my bag because I know how it's gonna fly and it will turn over and it will come back. So definitely something good in my bag for longer shots or when I'm in the open fields. Now I have a ProLine Hurricane, and the ProLine Hurricane is a little bit more stable. So it does flip a little bit, but again, it will flip a little and then it will come back. Yeah, just the ProLine is a little bit more overstable than the swirly flex. And again, love these things. Depends on a shot I need to make, but every time I know when I'm at the position, I know that alright, this is the time for the SP Hurricane. And then I have two of the special blends. hurricanes. There you go. Special blend hurricane. So I have 2 of these. Alright. The special blends are definitely the most overstable hurricanes that I've ever thrown. These things can fight with the wind, and this is again what I'm looking for when I'm competing on a windy days or something like that. Then I need to have something that I can rely on when I'm throwing the discs. And yeah, definitely. I mean, this overstable special blend hurricane does the work. So special blend, overstable, and they can fight with the wind very good. So these are my go-to drivers when I'm fighting with the wind outside, out on the course. Now, I do have another very fast driver here. This is called the Torrent. The Torrent is extremely fast driver. I would say it's a little bit hard to control, especially if you're like if you have a small fingers, but this thing can glide, and this can go so far. So I put this one in my bag just to test it out. I only use this disc when I'm at the open fields or if I have a lot of room to play with. Then I take this Torrent out and just smash. Love this one. And now I do have another disc in my bag, and this is the most overstable disc that I actually have in my bag. And this is from the Discraft. It's ZFLX Machete. This is super overstable disc. Like, there can be 50 miles per hour headwind and it doesn't flip. So this is crazy overstable. What I heard, and I hope that DGA is coming out with something maybe more overstable, or at least same overstable as this one is. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm using this one to fight with the winds when there's like tornadoes out there. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I know when it's time to throw this disc. And there's also another shot that I love to throw with this disc is Spike Heiser. So just throw it way up in the sky, and it will just fall down tombstone. So this is the disc, very overstable. Alright, so what else do I have in my bag? Towels. I have a lot of towels. I mean, well, right now I have only 1 towel in my bag, but usually when it's raining outside I have a lot of towels. As you can see, it's pretty dirty one, and it's like, what, I don't know how to say this one in English, but shredded, something like that. So yeah, the reason why it looks like that is because I like to warm up with the towel, and yeah, it gets like that if you warm up with the towel. So what do I have in my side pockets? Rubber bands. Warming up with the rubber band has been my go-to thing since, well, I think it was 2018. It's just a perfect training tool to warm up, and yeah, warming up with the rubber band. Mentos gum. I like, actually, to be very honest, when I'm on the course, I like to chew a gum. I don't know why. I feel like it helps me to keep myself focused. It's something that it's just been there. I don't know why. Gum. I do have my jacket with me, so if it gets windy or cold outside, I'm gonna put my jacket on. Oh, mini marker. This is a special mini marker made by the Puu Marker in Estonia. So there's my PDJ number, and yeah, there, as you can see, there is like 2 wolves. There's like a whitish wolf and like darker wolf, and it kind of makes like a sign of a yin yang. It's special to me. Alright, I like to carry a lot of water with me because I want to be hydrated, especially when there's like hot summer days. Water have to be there. Alright, let's see, what do I have on the other side? I'm kind of like exploring my own bag right here. I have headphones, another tool to warm up myself, to keep into the right mindset. I like to listen like, yeah, good beats that keeps me going, gives me power to start my tournament or start a round. Helps me keep my focus, and yeah, headphones. And then I do have my medical tape. So this is like when I'm playing a lot of disc golf during the summertime, and like there's a lot of field work, then the fingers are definitely getting sore and they might like break. So yeah, I'm using this one just to tape my fingers, and it helps so not to get injured. I do have something like that here, Estonian bag tag. Then I have like 4 years of PDJ tags here. I have my Estonian disc golf club, play disc golf club, shout out. This is pretty much it with my in the bag video. That's it for me. Thanks for listening, and see you guys around.